listen, it's Black History Month. I wanted to share this clip because every Black History Month, this clip goes viral of Morgan Freeman. Let's see.
Black History Month you find
ridiculous.
Why?
You're going to relegate my history to a month?
Oh, come on.
What do you do with yours? Which month is White History Month? No, well, come on, tell me.
Well, I'm Jewish.
Okay, which month is Jewish History Month?
There isn't one.
Oh, why not?
Yeah.
Do you want one?
No.
I don't either. I don't want a Black History Month. Black history is American history.
How are we going to get rid of racism?
Stop talking about it. I'm going to stop calling you a white man.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask you to stop calling me a black man. I know you as Mike Wallace. You know me as Morgan Freeman. You're going to say, well, I know this white guy named Mike Wallace. You know what I'm saying?
Black.
Actually, that's done a lot, but, you know, is kind of crazy. They don't really teach Black history anyway. They don't teach history.
Right.
What history is the study of previous or past events so you can learn its lessons and apply those lessons to your here and now to guide your future or to shape your future. They don't teach lessons. What they do is so-and-so invented this, so-and-so did this dance, which are so what? Doesn't make any difference in the scheme of things because there's no consequence that you're talking about. Now, if there were consequences, Black history, all of those students in Harlem wouldn't be getting taught at 5 years old, 4 years old, what they're getting taught. This propaganda to recite that they don't even understand the meaning of so that they will be susceptible little flunkies for somebody's movement in the future. I mean, what's the significance of that? That's the kind of thing you teach, but it's not. And Black History Month is being kind of co-opted since February is the month into, let's see, it's been that rainbow cult thing. They're beginning to make moves on it.
February is really the only month that hasn't been co-opted, right? It's just,
no, it has been.
No,
because
that's
right up in Aspen. No, up in Aspen, where I used to stay up there for 10 years, they had a Gay Pride Week right in the middle of February.
Oh.
Right in the middle of February.
Yeah, because it was skiing season.
Yes, I know, but they made a big to-do about it. Also, right up there, let's see. What about this one? You've got Black Lives Matter, and, you know, that is becoming the face of gay. We are against the traditional nuclear. We are for the destruction of the traditional nuclear family and the ending of cisgender privilege. Oh, wow. And let's see, Juneteenth, the symbol for Juneteenth is now rainbow colored.
Because June, before they even made Juneteenth a national holiday, June was already designated for Pride Month.
Yeah, but you see, Juneteenth gets co-opted for Pride Month, but that makes it easy to transplant Pride Month to February, where they have the Gay Pride Week, traditionally the second week in February. So, you know, what time is that? That's like, whose birthday are we really celebrating on December 25th? Okay, question is obvious, but is that way things started out, or is that what happened when somebody refused to stop celebrating Osiris and Odin and Mithras and Al-Samain and some other stuff like that? See, that's how you do it. You get the control of the communications thing, and you get to set it because you set the trends, then you can claim anything you want after a decade or two.
So I want to play this clip here because this is one of the women. What's her name? Nakima Livy Armstrong. She was the first one to be arrested for entering the church. And again, and this is the problem that we're having. And now we're going to see a whole bunch of this shoved down our throats where they're using Black history, to make
wrongfully.
Yeah, wrongfully.
We had belly chains around our waist, and we had handcuffs with bars in the middle. As someone who majored in African American studies, I can tell you that is the closest I ever felt to slavery in my life. Being shackled as if I was a slave.
Oh, excuse me. I saw that a lot with some of my clients when I was a criminal defense lawyer. I saw that a lot as a criminal court judge when the indicted criminals would come in like that. I saw that associated with crime. Now, I made sure that everybody understood you're innocent until proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt, and everybody got that due process of law, but still, what, do you not see that you broke the law? 18 United States Code Section 111 and some other things, and you want to sit there and deal with it? Well, maybe your major was defective because you specialized in something that is of small consequences, because that doesn't teach you how the rest of the world works.
Also, and this very disrespectful what she's saying, because I'm so sick of privileged Black people, Black Americans. I don't think she's even foundational, but either way, it makes it worse if you're not. But either way, she's saying that she has African American. She's an African American studies expert. Bitch, don't you ever compare you studying quote unquote African American studies, which was probably some woke class, to actual slavery, to people that were enslaved. There are still people who are enslaved today in other parts of the world. So don't do that. And that's so disrespectful, ignorant, very ignorant. And, I'm sorry, your free Black ass is why you felt comfortable walking up in a church during church service and knowing that all of them were white. No, that's what a free person does. And on top of that, you got arrested for breaking the law. I don't even think they let them go on. I don't think she didn't have to make bail. So again, you are free.
It's a felony too.
And yes, and I'm sorry, when you are arrested, the 13th Amendment, convicted felons are considered still slaves or whatever. She's not, so there's been no judgment yet. But what I'm saying is,
and one question: has it dawned on you that these folk who claim to have that kind of major are so ignorant? Why didn't they try to make a parallel between illegals coming here and the Underground Railroad prior to the Civil War? Have you ever heard anybody? They don't even have sense enough to make that parallel. It's not a good one, but it's stronger than the ones that they make.
Right. And so listen, when that clip of Morgan Freeman came out, it was backlash. This was some years ago, but honestly,
I remember when it came out.
But that clip resonating today, he was right. He was right because the times have changed. Black America, these so-called journalists or spokespersons, or whatever you want to call these people that's in front of a camera, they're not. They're the wrong kind of representation. You can't take them seriously. Congressional Black Caucus, they don't do nothing for Black Americans. Black people, these type of Black people here, are focused on illegals, then immigrants. No, I'm sorry.
May I make an observation about that?
Let me finish. They're focused on illegals, LGBTQAI plus, and then immigrants. That's it. Jasmine Crockett is leading that charge as well.
Well, what gets me is figuratively true, if not literally true. The boys have too little bass in their voice. voices, and the girls have too much with what they're putting on TV for
Yes.
so-called Negro leadership.
Right. And when you have women leading, whether it's your group, your race, your community, or society, it fails. It doesn't last long. It doesn't. And one last thing on the Black history, because this is what we need to be talking about. And shout out to Pamela Denise Long. She is running for U.S. Senate in the state of Illinois. Go and support. Vote Long, 2026.com. Go and donate to her campaign. And if you live in the state of Illinois, vote for her in a primary. This is what Black people in the state of Illinois need to get up and do. Get out and support people like Pamela Denise Long for U.S. Senate. She put day one, Black American History Month 2026. Public office is a public trust. Blanche Kelso Bruce, U.S. Senator, Republican, Mississippi, 1875 to 1881. And that was his quote, public office is a public trust. And this is, he was probably, this was during Reconstruction. A lot of formerly enslaved Black people walked off that plantation and into the state Senate houses and Congress as well. So when you talk about pull yourselves up by the bootstraps without having eat no boots. Back then, during Reconstruction, that's what Black Americans did.
Republican, by the way.
Republican.
They weren't Democrats. The Democrats were trying to keep your ass down on the plantation.
Right. So I say all that to say, well, if we want to talk about Black history, let's talk about it. Let's talk about what really needs to be talked about. People such as, let's learn about Blanche Kelso Bruce, U.S. Senator representing Mississippi, Republican, 1875 to 1881. Let's start having those discussions in education and enlightenment. So I want to highlight that. I just want to highlight, prominent Black figures during this month and throughout the year. It's not just about a month. It's, let's make this a daily thing or whatever.
That's too much like being right,
Thank you to Michael. He says anti-ICE equals anti-United States. Open your eyes, people. USA, USA, USA. Thank God for Judge Joe Brown. Yes.
See, I want you to be free, not some kept creature that's treated like a pet where you're waiting on the master to open your kibbles and bits so you can feed, take you to the vet, or tell you when you can do this, that, and the other. I always thought that was very unbecoming to a free man or a woman.
And we got to
or woman.
Right. And we, speaking of Republican Party, we need to start having a conversation. I want to start having conversations of Black people becoming Republicans, running for office on a state and federal level as a Republican. And also, you Black people out here, we do have people who want to run for office, that are running for office, and they need your support. Number one, financially. And if you live in their district or in their state, then also with your vote. It's very important. There are Black people out there who want to do right, with not just with Black Americans, but with all Americans. So,
see, when you vote for one party, absolutely loyal to that party, no matter what they do or do not do for you. And you always vote against another party, no matter what they try to do for you. Neither party has an incentive to give you a damn thing because it doesn't alter the outcome. One, you're a loyal dog to the Democratic Party, and two, you're an unruly beast to the Republican Party, so why give you anything when nobody gets anything out of it? You're owned by the first, and you don't have the humanity and the intelligence to pick the second.